Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Slices.
Okay. What fucking story was that again? You realize I had to look up the fucking story 3 times? All right. You guys want the real Joe Rogan story. Now, for those of you who finished out the last live stream, you heard this. For those of you at the car show, you've heard this. So that means Two Bear has heard this at least twice. But I want to explain the Joe Rogan story. All right. How many of you guys remember um, the dude, Robert Johnson, with the whole child support thing? Big thing. It was a lot of fun, and it's part of the gig. You can go look it up. It's on the kids' channel. So it turns out this guy, Robert Jones, he's not now. You know how celebrities have an inner circle, and then they got an outer circle that they don't really know the celebrity, but they all know the people that know the celebrity. Are we good on that? Good. Thanks for coming along. Okay. So it turns out this cat is part of the second circle of Joe Rogan. And he tells me that he has been pumping up the circle to have Joe Rogan listen to us and maybe be a guest. All right, so 3 or 4 weeks go by. I don't think much of it because most of the time that shit's kind of bullshit anyway. But every now and then there's some cool cats in here who tell some shit. So this is part of the Joe Rogan story. Um, one day I get an email from the guy and he basically says, "All right, Joe Rogan's inner circle has now told Joe Rogan about you. He'll check you out, but it's either thumbs up or thumbs down. Now, if it's thumbs up, you're going to get a phone call. If it's thumbs down, don't ever ask to be part of Joe Rogan again. He's decided to take his show in a different direction that doesn't include you." My first thought was, well, fine. I didn't ask, expect, or impose on Joe. What? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let me be clear on this. I watch Joe Rogan all the time. Joe Rogan is fucking God among men when it comes to how he conducts himself. That dude will change course as he feels. He doesn't care about his loyalties to anybody one way or the other. If he believes something is true and then learns that it may not be true, he fucking stands up and goes, "I'm over here now. I figured some shit out." That's there's not a better fucking American. There's not a better fucking human being than a person that's willing to change their course because we live in a polarized fucking society. That man leads by example. Anybody else who doesn't can go fuck themselves because that guy's fucking right. And I've never said two things about like, oh, please call Joe Rogan. No, 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 no. I'm just a fan. I'm just a follower. I've never commented on one of his shit. I just watch and listen and absorb. That's it. So for this guy to come in and start telling me stuff about Joe, I'm all in. I'm good. If there's a shot, yeah, go ahead. But turns around and says, no, and if it's no, it's no. Yeah, I got it. It was no before we started. I got you. So skipping around. So he tells me that, and we're good. Now, those of you who are a friend of the program, even some casual observers to the program, you guys know the terminology I use and what I say and how I say it. All right. So, keeping that in mind without going into detail and giving away the ending, this is tactful suspense, as they call it. This guy emails me about 3 or 4 weeks later, and he says, "Okay, I want you to see something here." He sends me a link to a Joe Rogan. I guess it was a podcast. It was something. It was a video. It was video. It wasn't just audio. So video cast or vlog. Well, I don't know what the fuck you call it. But anyway, so Joe Rogan's just talking, doing his thing, and they're on the screen on this video at 2 hours and 6 minutes or whatever it was. The guy told me to go look because I did exactly as he had described. Joe Rogan was looking at a picture of a woman or something or doing something, and he says, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, it makes me go home and want a little badunk dunk." Now, the reason the guy sent me that is because, as you all know, I use the term badonkadonk quite often. He was trying to tie in Joe saying he would check out my shit with me often using the word badonkadonk to show that Joe was listening and actually used one of the words that everybody owns and everybody uses. And but I primarily use it, badonkadonk. It's not a super uncommon word. We know not everybody uses that word. All right. So with that being said, let's all be practical. Let's all be very realistic. That's just an amazing coincidence. That's all. It doesn't mean Joe's ever listened to one fucking word I've ever said. It doesn't mean that he's ever paid attention to anything I got to say ever, or listened to the short videos or anything. It doesn't mean shit. It's nothing. It's just an amazing coincidence of timing. However, did you hear the brake squeal when I did that? However, I completely ran around to everyone I could think of on email and a live stream and everything I could fucking think of. Using that moment as absolute proof that Joe Rogan listens to the show. I told my parents, I told my grandparents, told my cousin, hey, check this shit out. Joe listens to the program. Joe's a follower. He probably subscribes and we just don't know. I literally exaggerated and told every fucking lie I could to tell people that this was absolute, irrefutable proof that Joe Rogan is entertaining the idea. He's doing some homework, doing some research. Joe ain't give me the time of day. Joe's on a level so far removed. I worship the crumbs he drops from when he eats a sandwich of the day. That's the level that Joe's at. But fuck it. I had to milk it for all it was worth. Thank you for the email. Thank you for the thing. And if you could just forget the first part and just focus on the second part, we can all pretend that I am way more than I'm ever going to fucking be. You guys get where I'm going with that, but fuck it. How often do you got time to say that shit? That's fucking, hey, in all seriousness, setting all the stupid shit aside, you guys got to raise a glass to Joe Rogan.